After exiting the swim, you will put on your bike gear and head out onto the bike course. Door County Triathlon's bike courses feature some gorgeous scenery from throughout the Door County Peninsula. USA Triathlon rules prohibit you from mounting your bike inside the transition area. Doing so can lead to falls and collisions with fellow participants. Instead, hold your bike by the handlebars and run towards the elevated signs that say Mount Dismount Zone and Bike Out. It is between these two signs that you may get onto your bike and start pedaling. The Half Iron Bike Course is a 56.3-mile journey with no repeat loops on it. The course takes you southbound for 16 miles through downtown Sturgeon Bay. After passing through the retail district along 3rd Avenue, you will cross beneath the Highway 4257 bridge. From there, you will head north into the agricultural areas of Sevastopol, completing a loop on the eastern side of the peninsula. Several of the roads here are smooth and flat, allowing you to drop into your aero bars for quite a while. After returning to Sturgeon Bay, the course heads north through the city and up onto the bluff. This section, from miles 40 to 50, involves a good deal of climbing, so save some energy for that portion of the race. At mile 50, you'll experience a very steep descent from the bluff from Reynolds Road onto Carlsville Road and finally onto Bayshore Drive. There are two very aggressive turns in this descent, so please exercise caution and be alert to the riders around you. Once you reach the bottom on Bayshore Drive, it's just over 5 miles back to Murphy Park. After returning to the park, you must dismount in the same Mount Dismount Zone before entering the transition area. For more details on the bike course, I would encourage you to review the maps available online and in the weekend event guides, or consider taking a drive along the route prior to race morning. The bike courses for the Door County Triathlon are well marked with both painted arrows and elevated signs. Arrows and signs are located before and after every turn on the route. There are also signs at every mile interval. The elevated signs are blue 2-foot-high stake signs in the ground that say official course route on them. There will be 2 Door County Sheriff's Department deputies and Sturgeon Bay police officers at all major intersections for your protection. At minor intersections, volunteers will be present to help ensure you don't get lost. Ultimately, you are responsible for your own safety and for knowing the course. The out and back portion of the course is closed to motor vehicle traffic to prevent motorist-bicycle collisions. Residents are advised each year via mail, robocalls, and public notices about the event taking place. That said, there are numerous driveways and not everybody pays attention to public notices. Be alert to the possible presence of motor vehicles on all sections of the course. Course corners and turnarounds are swept free of gravel by volunteers on race eve. You should still be mindful of your speed in these areas to avoid a crash or sliding out. The Half Iron Bike Course will have fluids available in the transition area and at miles 5, 16, 28, 39, and 51. All of these areas offer 20-ounce Gatorade Endurance Formula bottles and regular water bottles with squirt caps. The transition area handout is open in the early morning hours. To save time, you can grab bottles in the transition area and place them in the bottle cages on your bike prior to the start of the race in the morning. At every bottle handout, there will be medical personnel available if you need first aid. Watch for the red shirts. There will also be porta potties available at these locations. At the Door County Triathlon, USA Triathlon rules are enforced by certified USA Triathlon officials. These officials will be roaming the transition area in the morning to ensure equipment compliance and will be riding on the back of motorcycles during the bike portion of the event. They will impose penalties and even disqualify participants who violate certain rules. Some of the rules that participants have been penalized for include drafting. During the bike portion of the race, you are not allowed to linger in the draft zone directly behind another participant. The draft zone measures approximately 7 feet wide by 23 feet, about 3 bike lengths, long. You may enter this zone when passing, but you have only 15 seconds to pass or you must drop back. Time penalties will be assessed for violation. 3 penalties results in disqualification. Blocking. When a fellow participant's front wheel has passed your bike's front wheel, you have been passed and must drop back, allowing them to overtake you. Doing otherwise is blocking and will also incur penalties. Helmets. Bike helmets must be worn. Not wearing a bike helmet results in automatic disqualification. Bar ends. Bar ends are the plugs at the ends of your handlebar tubes. These prevent the handlebars from becoming potentially lethal in the event of a crash. The lack of bar ends will result in automatic disqualification. Crossing the center line. Crossing the center line of the road can put yourself and others in serious jeopardy and will also result in automatic disqualification. MP3 players. Having an MP3 player or even a smartphone visible on your person or on your bike violates USA Triathlon rules and will incur penalties. Littering. Although you may toss empty bike bottles or wrappers to the side of the road in the immediate vicinity of a bottle handout area, throwing garbage in other stretches of the road is considered littering and will incur time penalties. If you are penalized or disqualified, this information will appear on your results. The penalties will be posted on a board near the results tent in the finish area. The head referee or other officials will be on hand to answer any questions you have if you incur a penalty. For a complete list of rules for the sport, go to usatriathlon.org.